Hi. Cyberint is an external risk management platform that combines attack surface management, cyber threat intelligence, digital risk protection, and supply chain intelligence, all in a single solution. In this short video, we will dive into Cyberint's external attack surface management capabilities. The first thing our attack surface management module does is identify the assets that are associated to an organization. To do this, we simply need one asset, typically a main company domain. We can enter the information and start a discovery scan. Once the scan is complete, we then have an initial idea of the organization's external attack surface. This process identifies many externally facing assets. This could be a domain, a subdomain, an externally facing IP address, or a cloud storage environment. The assets that the Cyberint platform has found provide a confidence score. This is based on our confidence and precision of the asset being owned by or the responsibility of the organization. In addition, each asset has its own asset card. This provides information around why the asset was attributed to the organization. In this example, the asset belongs to the company domain that was registered by a company email that is in turn connected by an Azure tenant that was indeed registered by a company email address. This allows an organization to understand the history and the context of each asset. Assets are identified in a number of ways. This could be through DNS records, certificates, WHOIS records, cloud infrastructures. Assets that are discovered that have a lower confidence score are left unvalidated.
I'm going to zoom in on our discovery process in a more visual way. Step 1. We start by inputting your primary assets, but we don't stop there. Step 2. Argos automatically discovers further assets. We use various discovery techniques and end up finding many more assets. Step 3. The process occurs again. Step 4. And again until all possible assets are found. Step 5 and 6. The first two assets above a defined confidence level are automatically approved and validated. Step 7. But the subsequent asset's confidence level falls below the threshold. Step 8. Here, validation occurs. Step 9. Once the next asset is validated, the following assets are too.
This allows the customer to review each asset and decide whether they want to bring them into scope for monitoring or not. These are classed as unvalidated assets, and the Cyberint platform provides a summary of the primary assets that should be reviewed. This allows the customer to understand the association of the discovered asset back to the parent company, and they can determine whether they want to validate this asset for future monitoring. This, of course, is an iterative and continuous process. By validating discovered assets, the discovery scan is rescheduled, meaning we continuously find new assets that form part of your shadow IT infrastructure. Once we have an understanding of the assets, we can start to understand which of those assets are at most risk or vulnerable. Each asset can be classed with a risk level, very high to low. This allows an organization to very quickly reduce their risk by solving the problems associated to a specific asset. As you can see, this demo organization has 64 assets that have very high severity alerts attached to them. The customer can click within an alert in reference to a specific asset to understand the risks associated. In this instance, a vulnerable technology has been detected. Cyberint understand the technology version that's running, the CVE that's related to this technology, as well as providing further enriched information about the CVE. How likely is it to be exploited? And what activity are we seeing through dark web and open sources that may adjust the Cyberint score? This helps organizations prioritize their patching efforts. Cyberint provide a posture score to each of our customers. This gives the customer the understanding of their current risk across the entire attack surface. This is based on a number of different factors, including how long an organizations take to acknowledge and remediate a risk, how exposed are they in comparison to similar organizations, and how severe are the risks associated to the assets that they own. Typically, Cyberint customers have a posture score of an A or a B because we've worked collaboratively to help them reduce their risk, solve their vulnerabilities, and therefore improve their security posture. Cyberint's ASM capability allow you to identify your shadow IT, those assets and infrastructures that you weren't previously aware of. And if you aren't aware of a certain asset, you can't, of course, protect against any vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, or risks. Further, customers have the ability to search manually our CVE intelligence. And this could be used for research purposes. If a particular technology and version is being used, the customer can understand what is the current risk level associated to the CVEs, again through a contextualized and summarized screen, which takes into account real-world threat intelligence information. Watch our other recorded demos to better understand all of Cyberint's capabilities, and contact us for a deep dive analysis on your organization.